What's up, everyone? How are y'all doing today? I know less than 24 hours, I am back. but I am on my way to my joy job. Yes, my job is joy. You can't find too many people who say that their job brings them joy. But yes, I'm on my way to my joy job. And, excuse me, I wanted to share a perspective that I had thought about, I made up my mind about, and it truly changed a lot of the way I see things now. And it allows a lot of the creation to flow within me. And I wanted to share it with you because I talked to a friend today that I've known for some time. And she had saw my live from last night, and she was like, Tequila, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're back. And thank you all for the messages. I got texts, I got messages on Facebook, I got phone calls. And I love y'all. I really appreciate it. I miss you. And then my husband, him and his sweet message. I just love him so much. And sorry, sidetracked by my husband. But I talked to a friend, and she said, she's like, Tequila, I'm so glad, that you came out and you kind of talked about, how, hard things get, but it's up to us to keep working, towards our calling. And I was like, for sure. She was like, but I've been trying this thing where I've been trying to fake it till I make it. And, it's just hurting me more than it helps. Hey, girl. So I shouted you out about that tea. I love your tea. I love your tea. So last night I was like, y'all need to go get some tea. I love it, girl. I'm going to have to order some more. I love it. It's so good. So, yes, she's in here. Just put yep, she said, it's great to see you too, sis. Yes, and I love your tea. Hey, Summer. But, so, she was like, I've been trying this fake it till you make it thing, and she was like, just like how disheartening it is to truly go out and truly be a fake person, and not truly see the flow of her being fake. She's like, it seems like, I'm out here, but I get discouraged. And she's like, I just don't know what to do. You're so welcome, girl. You're welcome. And I was like, you know what? This is what changed my perspective on it. And I was like, you know what? That's a lame ass line when people say fake it till you make it. I mean, I lived off of that for so many years, and it did not allow me to make it. Like, you can't trick your mind into faking being someone that you aren't, because what it does, it puts you in the despair and compare trap where you feel like you are like, you can't make it ahead, you can't persist, because you're always kind of comparing yourself to, or looking at something else other than yourself, looking at another person other than within yourself, and you feel like you're not making it. And I was like, what you have to really do is change your perspective on this. You have to think about, this motto, make it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? We are all creatives. We are creatives in our own right. We were born to be creative. We were born as unique as anybody. And that's why I put that on Facebook, where I said, out of millions and millions of sales, out of millions of things, God brought you, to this world, and it's up for us to step into that calling. Our calling is always calling us, but are we chasing it? Are we running from our calling? It's up to us to absolutely step into our calling. It no matter, and let's not mix calling to purpose, okay? Calling is that assignment. A calling is your assignment. Like, a calling is me going to service children a couple nights a week to clean their teeth. A calling is for me to be with people to help them, reach their goals. A calling is for me to, be in a business where I can help other women, in their entrepreneurship. A calling is for me to be a wife. A calling for me is to be a mom. A calling is an assignment. Your purpose never leaves you. The purpose is that thing that you were born to be. So we are always being called to something. You're not going to somebody's not going to always be doing hair their whole life. Their calling might next be teaching, so when you want to put emphasis on or amplify what is a calling, what is a purpose, you got to know the difference between a calling and a purpose. Hi, Brittany. Hi, girl. But you got to know the difference, and you got to really know that a calling is just an assignment, and our calling is always, it's a place that you need to be because your purpose needs to be served there. Your superpowers need to be served in that space, and it's a lot of deepness and a lot of truth in that. But I want to leave you with that message. Stop saying, I'm going to fake it till I make it. I'm going to fake it till I make it, because that has created so many people who are on YouTube. They got all these million people following them, but they ain't making money, because they're showing up and they're saying they're doing this, but they're not. I've been in that boat. I've been in that fake it till you make it boat. And that fake it till you make it boat only puts you into that trap of feeling as if you are comparing and you feel like you are under so much despair and under so much pressure. So it's easy for you to just ride the wave and say, you know what, I'm going to make it till I make it. Find that thing that you are truly created to make. We all have our own thing that we were here to make. And some of it, it's the same as other people. That's the thing. It's the same as other people. There are a million beauticians, but how are you different as a beautician? Because you have that purpose that you have that stands out from other people. How are you different on your job? You bring whatever you bring to your job. You might be this. When I work on my weekends or weeknights, because I work on the Saturday too, there are probably like 4 or 5, 6 sometimes other hygienists working with me. Yes, we're all doing the same job, but what helps is we all have different personalities. So our personalities are truly our character, our values, our beliefs, all of that makes up our purpose, So you stick out like a thumb, in your own right. It's your birthright because you stick out like a thumb, and I learned something. It's so funny because me and my daughter, we just got these little cards and we go through them at night sometimes and we read, we talk, and through the day, we talk about it, and we've discovered that a dog nose is like our fingerprints. Their nose has its own print to it. We have our own print with our fingers, but we also have our own print with our purpose. Okay, so stop trying to fake it till you make it, because what happens is that you put yourself in a really bad spot. So you do not want to do that. Hi, Angelica. Hey, lovely. It's good to see your face and hear your voice. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Yes, girl. I'm trying to come back, And when I get things, when God drops things in my spirit, whether it be today, tomorrow, whenever, I feel like if it's meant to be shared, then it's meant to be shared. Now serving shot of tequilas. Yes. Uh-oh. Wait, I lost all my comments. There you go. I asked myself, what do I bring to the table? And that's the thing. Because what you're doing, that's why you have to give yourself time. I hope you don't mind if I call you out, Brittany, because this might help other people too. That's why you have to give your time away from noise. You have to give your time away from social media. You have to give your time away from people. You really have to kind of incubate yourself for a little bit, where it's just you and God, you and the divine universe, because then you can get closer to your calling. We are all right there. You bring a lot to the table. You just have to really dig and unclutter. I tell people it's unclutter. It's like the moment you start removing and uncluttering all of the BS from your life, then what happens is that you start to see clear. That's why they say, that song where it says, I can see clearer now that the rain is gone, or I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Why? Because what's happening is that you're in a state of clearance. You're in a state of removing and taking out and just replacing those things that that you were meant to be doing here. We all have that calling, but we get caught into that confusion because what you're comparing and you feel like you're in the despair trap. You cannot stay there. What you have to do is you truly have to isolate, and remove yourself from social media, because there's so many people that's doing exactly what you're doing, but it's messing up your creation. It's messing up you as the co-creator, because you're stuck into, because I know what you do. So what you're doing is you're stuck on people. I know your profession, but you're stuck in looking at, okay, this person is doing this person is doing that, but it's absolutely what differentiates you from those other people that's going to help you stick out, because there's other people who are certified in life coaching that do what I do. You know what I'm saying? But there's not many people who absolutely is, as a tequila, because I know a lot of tequilas. I know tequilas. I didn't know tequilas until I moved, here where I am, from my hometown to Columbus, that there were so many other tequilas, but there's only one of who I am. And I know what I bring to the table. And you have to dig, sort, and look back in your past when you saw, man, I was really gifted and good in doing this thing. What stopped me? There's always a roadblock. Something always stops us from pursuing that higher calling, whether it's a person, it could be the peer pressure, peers around you, can be parents, it can be, it can be school. It can be things, because school can stop our creativity. I don't want to even go into that. This is the reason why we choose homeschooling, because we know that schooling can mess you up because you're put in a system to be employed. And it messes your creativity up because the teachers then start saying, oh, you're not good at this, you're good at that. You're not good at this, you're good at that. But how can they be the judge of that when they didn't create you? You get me? Teachers didn't create us. We were created by the Most High Divine Creator. So it's not until you get quiet and truly get that relationship you need to get with the Most High that you want to really understand what area in which you do shine. Where do I shine? You see it, you know it, but you keep downplaying it. Stop downplaying it. Girl, I play myself so many times, trust me, and I can almost see like how that creeps in, but it's up to me, to squash whatever I may be thinking at that time. You gotta really refrain your thought. You gotta refrain the way you think about things, and you gotta refrain the way that you move forward into what's gonna make you, move forward. There's so many places, and as you see, there's so many people who do the same thing, but it's that one thing or those two things, those few things that where you really need to learn your personality. And I'm into these personalities now, and I love the study of personalities, all of the different colors, red, green, blue, yellow, and you can see where you're weak, where you're strong, where how you can, even in a relationship, look at personalities that are on two different spectrums. Like me and my husband are divided personalities. We are, but we see where we both come together and where we're strong at. And when you focus on that strength, on those strengths, and not so much your weaknesses, then what happens is that you find that it bleeds over into what you should truly be doing. It's deep, but it's worth the study. So, like I said, don't fake it till you make it till you make it, because you are creative. You are created to do great things in this world. Stop downplaying yourself, putting yourself in the comparison and the despair trap, because it does nothing but, cause you to truly lose your mind, and you lose who you are, and you would end up, like they said, like the richest people are in the graves, the smart people are in the grave, because what happens is that they don't take their talents, what they're really good at, and they don't live them out. They bury them, just like in the Bible where they talked about the guy who buried the money and he didn't do anything with that. That goes along with what we should be doing. The more and more we sit and we continue to make ourselves be small, say we're not good enough, we're not worthy enough to receive something, and guess what? It's going to only put us into a death trap, and you don't want to end up like that. You want to end up being the greatest because you have a legacy that's looking at you, and that's your child, your friends, your family, whomever is waiting for your brilliance to truly shine. And it's not until you truly say, you know what, I want to become closer to who I want to be, and isolate yourself, get quiet, meditate, do all of those good things to tap into your God consciousness, then that's when you're going to really flow and move forward to whom you should be. Okay, so that's all I need to say, y'all. I am about to go to my joy job for a few hours and, serve one of my callings, be part of one of my callings. And I truly love, what I do. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't change it for the world. Yes, you said that's what I've been focusing on. What am I good at? What do I love? How can I monetize my talents, passions, strengths? In a result, I am looking into Reiki healing and chakra balance. Girl, go for it. You can do it. Nobody's not telling you can't do it. Guess who's telling you can't do it? You. Go for it. It all works. All works. Keep working on what you got because you will help heal someone else. Remember, it may be what someone else is doing the same thing that you're studying. And they're probably writing the same book that you're writing. But guess what makes it unique? Your story. That is what makes you you. That's what you're good at. The more you start writing out your story and you start really looking at it, you be like, dang, this is crazy. I've been through some stuff that I can help people through, and I can help people. We all can help people, okay? We all are here to help people. We're not here to hurt people, okay? That's why it's important that we get our healing. When we're healed, then we can help other people. But if we're hurting other people. You get that? So you got to make sure that you keep writing that, all right? You got to keep writing that. And I see, how my introspective middle child syndrome and introvertness is going to allow me to help other people. That's going to help me help people who feel like they're unseen to be seen, to be forerunners in their life. Okay? That's why I believe, that in the shot calling. That's why I believe in the shot calling, because it's not about being some big honcho, I'm a macho, I'm this, I'm that. No, it's not that. It's about someone who has a clear conscience. They walk in their God conscious. They know and love their life, that they may be confused, and because they're feeling as if, I don't feel like I'm big enough yet. I need to do these things. No. It's all about that impact that you make right in your own yard. Okay, like I said last night, it's not about the fields and going out here and going across the country to make an impact. It's about what we can do here in our own country. And if we focus on that politically, religiously, and I don't want to go into that because it's not all about that, then guess what? We could be a great people, but since we focus too much on other lands and other things, we can't dominate here in our own country. And that's I know for sure that's what we as a people, period, need to do. We need to focus on our own community. What can we do in our community to build, before we go out here trying to build other places and countries and people, is what can we do in our own community. And that's truly what my focus has been, over the summer. It will continue being that way, until God calls me into another land, and I know that is going to be so. It's just all about when. So yes, go for it. Heal people, hurt people. Yes, heal people, help. Hurt people, hurt. They hurt people, okay? But we got to help people heal, and that's something that you're going to do I appreciate you all. True. I've always felt that way. Get your house in order first. Yes, you have to. You know, you have to. It's like you can't tell somebody else to declutter and you sitting around here looking at a bunch of clutter. You got to do the work first, and then you can absolutely help other people do the work. So, yeah, I appreciate that. All right. Any other questions, anybody? While I am alive, y'all got my ears and my eyes. I still have to respond to some of the message from yesterday. I'm so sorry, people, but I love y'all. I love y'all. I just had to tune in to tell y'all that, but I will see y'all next time. Who knows when that is? But I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Bye. Peace.